straight up a plus of your dex modifier, or is there more to it?
Nope.
Not always.
Unless you have an additional bonus.
Yeah, there are character traits that allow you to
or
get,
feats
like,
that
feats
let you
and
get
stuff.
So most of the time, if you're playing a non-player character,
if it does not otherwise specify an initiative,
Yeah.
it is dexterity.
As with most things in D&D, it is. That's it, unless you have another thing that says it's not. So.
If anyone else is like me and really enjoys using the D&D Beyond, like click button, it does the math, but you're managing NPCs, use the encounter builder and just put like an encounter with, so like I have an assassin open, but like you could have a mastiff open. Or
that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then you can just
or a Saber-Tooth Tiger, or a flesh golem, or a pony.
I've
got
the Chrome extension that lets me roll stuff from the D12.
Beyond 20. A lot of my players use that.
It's a really
FYI,
nice.
You guys, I am putting links to these stat blocks for Vasilka and Argal at basically at the top of our journal.
You.
Just after our inventory and to-do list.
The
inventory, which I will remind you, item number 1, all caps, no unicorn rug.
Is that technically not an item?
I like how that's in the inventory.
Its presence is keenly felt.
I feel like that's more of an item 0.
I will find one. I have a particular set of skills.
Do you?
I have a plan.
Is it under a bed? If so, he'll find it. If not, then he will not find it.
This dang castle has like a haunted cloth works. Where like for a terrible price.
For a terrible price.
Whatever you want, but like the unicorn
pay
will
nothing
be blood
now,
or something.
but 2 weeks later we come for your blood.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll initiative in that to make it give me the stuff I want to press, Jane?
So it should be auto roll initiative.
Yeah, there we go. Now I've got it. Thank you.
But everything else will be in one of the little goals.
And you can even track HP. Oh, this is great.
Technically, you can also put your D&D Beyond character in the encounter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Fun.
All right. Cool.
How we doing, nerds?
I think we're ready for this jelly.
Live on both YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, Twitch. Is anyone
Twitchies? Is anyone
watching on Twitch?
Seems impolite, Erica.
Yeah.
Is there anybody watching on Twitch, you ask? I can check. I don't think so.
How would they know?
It's me. I'm watching on Twitch.
Oh. Hi, Dan.
I will make an effort of making that known.
Oh, okay. So now we're going to be taking a break. Now we can hang out with Micah's cool friends. Now Micah's not embarrassed of us anymore, except now he can't show this part of the stream to them.
Steven was interviewing today. I don't know if you guys have heard of the new Doctor Who spinoff, Doctor Who Redacted.
I was like, Doctor Who or hockey? Doctor Who or hockey? Doctor Who. Yep, continue.
Hockey.
It's not a podcast, but it's like Doctor Who audio drama. It comes through the BBC Sounds apps. They're technically not a podcast.
BBC
Anyway,
Sounds, music, podcast.
Anyway, the woman who is one of the producers of it, he interviewed her today, and it was a great interview, and she's really cool. And apparently, she's a D&D nerd. So Stephen told her about TPK, and she immediately subscribed. And I was like, "Thank you."
Oh, that's awesome!
If only we could do a shout out like 1.5 years in the past.
I like that Steven is our street team now. Is that
he really is?
He is on that grind set.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand Dungeons and Dragons at all, but he knows
it doesn't stop
so
him.
Many people.
Weird.
In my head, I can hear him trying to explain it though, and he's very enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm. He's got the spirit. Yeah.
It's actually it's probably kind of like that scene in The Thick of It where Malcolm Tucker tries to explain Star Wars, and it's just. If you haven't seen it, I'll send you a link. It's hilarious.
Please send us the link.
What is the link to our Twitch?
It's twitch.tv/incomparablетpk, all one word.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
No.
Twitch.tv/incomparablетpk.
Oh no, I didn't mean it. Let's start.
The URL
has That URL again?
I think that
No!
activated something in my brain. I have to go
I think there's just something.
some shoots or something.
Yeah.
Micah, we read a lot of ads, so I'm just going to put it in ad speak because, just remember.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Off. Go to twitch.tv/IncomparableTPK. INCOMPARA. Yeah, that's too long.
In case you forgot,
just in case that URL again.
Oh God, kill.
Promo code.
Please, promo code. Please kill me.
Okay.
Oh
ready?
God. Well, I mean, we're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons, but to answer your original question, Dan, I don't have YouTube open. Does somebody have YouTube open in case anyone says anything important? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to pass along important messages from our 4 listeners.
They asked about the Twitch channel. We read the link several times, so I assume they have it now.
Mm-hmm. Hi, livestream/bootleg. We are going to be playing some Curse of Strahd today. I forget what else I say to you before I start the episode. Everything I do is a mistake. Hi.
We love you.
Are you talking to me or the listeners?
I mean, yeah. Both.
Why not both?
Oh.
You know what? What I would like to say something.
Way to figure out the way to cheapen it the most.
I would like to say to the listeners who are in the members Slack that now
guys.
that we have this real fancy doodah get up thing where the robot posts a spot for title suggestions.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and actually,
Oh.
it now makes sense to use that because after we're done, I just need to remember to do this every time. After we're done recording, then I can just copy all of those and paste them into our gaming journal. And then I will have them for next year when I edit these podcasts.
That's right. If you are listening live or let's be honest, anytime recent, until Erica remembers to do that thing, you
or
can
scrolls off.
Yeah, you can put suggestions in the appropriate thread in the members Slack. For people unfamiliar with this, the canonical way that you name podcasts is they have to be a thing that someone said. You can grab it out of context, but apparently that was the rules that were set up in the early days of podcasting, correct?
Not everybody does it, but a lot of people do it.
That's like the John Syracuse law that I feel like a lot of us have adopted.
Sure.
Yeah, I have occasionally taken small liberties with, adding or subtracting a preposition just to make it funnier.
That seems within your purview, Erica, mainly because I'm not entirely sure what a preposition is. Yeah. So let's play Dungeons and Dragons. I mainly just said that to hurt Dan, which is a summary of this podcast.
Yep.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar. I use he, him pronouns, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons today, specifically Curse of Strahd. That's right, it's Tuesday night. We are in Barovia, deep in the basements. Well, in between the basements and the first floor, like a subfloor. I really should have started this thread. We're in Ravenloft, people. We are in combat, for our adventurers have traveled they've found a hall of bones. They have recovered a very important dragon skull that they are intent on liberating from Ravenloft. But before they can do that, a variety of animated skeletons have risen up and seem intent on slowing them down, changing their minds, doing something. Our players have already rolled initiative. I will attempt to introduce them in initiative order, which is challenging because I have a list of character names, and what I need is a list of player names. Let's see how this goes. First
You could introduce the characters, and then we have to say.
Nope, not going to do that. First up, it's Aline Sims. Welcome, Aline.
So I'm curious, are we in Big Barovia or Little Barovia? Because you didn't specify, and now I'm just all discombobulated.
You are in Big Barovia, which is to say Barovia, but Ravenloft is just outside the city limits of Little Barovia. You can certainly see, you're in a basement.
The greater metropolitan Little Barovia area.
The population.
The lesser metropolitan area.
Yeah,
I can't say that.
The Trimeister area.
I did not mean to immediately derail us.
I think that's the best thing that's going to get said today.
That's the Total Party Kill promise.
There are only 3 towns in Barovia, so there's only 3 Burgermeisters. So yeah. Hi, Aline. How are you?
present. I play Ibrasiliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, here with her Mastiff Androdite. Really, she's everybody's Mastiff, Androdite is. And all of her pronouns are she, her.
Thank you, Aline. Next up, it's Micah Sargent. Welcome back, Micah.
Oh man, Elevor rolled pretty well, didn't he? I play he doesn't have that accent, and neither do I. Anyway, I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, as well as Saber-Tooth Tiger, who goes by the name of Samus, and Danu, my Fey octopus. Elevor and I use he/him pronouns, and Samus and Danu use she/her pronouns.
Thanks, Micah. Also joining us, it's Erica Ensign.
Wow, I rolled better than I expected. Woo.
Or your friends rolled worse than you expected.
Column A, column B. I play Brildish, the Dwarven Paladin. Her pronouns and mine are she, her. And Brildish has a celestial pony, Pony Cindelarent, and his pronouns are he, him.
Next up, Dan Morin.
Well, hello, Tony is I. I am playing Castor Onatar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric of the god Onatar, who uses they, them pronouns and also has rolled an 11 on their initiative.
And last, but certainly not least, it's my pal Jane Ritt. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Tony. I play Lena Dulina, the human rogue, and take combat control of Erigal, also a human rogue, but not a playable rogue. He did roll one better than Lena, which I feel like she would find incredibly enraging.
You could, as the controller of Erigal, you could ask him to defer until after Lena, but I feel like Lena would that would further enrage her.
I think having to ask would he might just do it anyway out of fear. Yet to be seen. Lena and my pronouns are she, her. Argal uses he, him.
All right. Mixed into that initiative order, I didn't introduce them because they are bad, but there are some skeletons in there.
Quick question, point of order. Would you say they are bad to the bone?
Oh,
I forgot. I just remembered why I've been avoiding skeletons all these years. Let us just paint the picture, because this is a podcast where we talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and not just a thing where you all see stuff on a map that you see that they will not see on the podcast later. I'm good at this. Most of our adventures are in a short hallway that leads into the chamber of the Hall of Bones. I believe Lena and Crucible, you are in the Hall of Bones, awkwardly holding a large dragon skull between the two of you. Off of this hallway, it's basically some ancient barracks, and it seems like these skeletons are dressed in Castle Ravenloft kind of coat of arms. I have a picture for you, which, in case you don't know what a skeleton looks like, they're mean. And there's a bunch of them. They seem to have ill intent for you. I know we have not really gotten to know these skeletons, but I did ask you to roll initiative, and I feel like that brings with it a variety of implications.
So, Tony, one of the downsides of your players eventually becoming DMs themselves who use Roll20 is that they can ask annoying requests. Like, could we possibly have you generate a little quick token by searching for it for a dragon skull, just so we can kind of know where it is on the map and know when we walk away from it or it's near us?
Very good idea. Yep.
I'm sorry,
and
I heart you.
I would make.
As you search for that, Tony, I will explain one of the reasons that I think that's a good idea, and it's because I actually just shimmied my Brildish token off of the pony token, because as we were ending the previous episode, we were saying that we were going to put the giant skull on Tony's back with his permission, of course.
Tony?
On Pony's back.
What?
I got confused too.
Also, we're going to ask
do
Tony
you
for
give
his permission.
I am the dungeon master. I carry no.
Weren't you just complaining about your back hurting, Tony?
Yeah. Now I'm carrying skulls for you people.
Yep. So Brildish has dismounted from Pony in preparation to welcome this dragon skull that she's really excited about, because as I was saying before we started recording, I am now editing episodes that we recorded a year ago. So I just got past the episode where Brildish impassionately made the determination that finding this skull is one of her important goals, and she swore to Hala that she was going to make it right. So she's doing everything possible to make sure that this skull gets back where it belongs, and if that means making her, snooty celestial pony carry a skull on his back, she's going to do it. So that is why I moved my token 1 square to the left. I wasn't trying to cheat. I was just doing
Oh my! I love it, Tony. I'm not complaining. You're doing a great job.
I don't think we're big enough to carry it.
I love this.
See,
that's wonderful. You've made so many people feel so much joy, Tony Sindelar.
Thank you. No comment.
The look on Tony's face makes me think he doesn't care that much about giving joy.
I did the thing, didn't I?
Looks like he was thinking about giving wedgies.
There's a dragon skull. I feel like you're just going to be able to say it's on Pony Cindelard's back, and now we don't need to worry about it after I spent 3 minutes. Also, some of this is on me. I searched dragon skulls. Some of the images were pretty awesome, and I got distracted trying to find one that I thought was appropriate.
Yay! We brought joy to Tony as well.
So, yeah. Hey, listeners, if you're, I don't know how your day's going, but maybe pop open your phone there and just Google image search dragon skull, and you'll just feel a little bit more radical.
I have to admit that I'm only now having the realization that dragon skulls aren't real. So these are all just completely fabricated things. Because the whole time I'm thinking like, he'll find some dragon skulls, no problem.
No dragons were harmed in the making of this. I have also anticipated Micah's next question and given you all control of the dragon skull token.
Good work.
All right.
So,
any other new business before we start playing Dungeons and Dragons? All right. Imra, you are first. You're in the hallway with your trusty, not a steed, just a dog. Your trusty dog.
If Brildish were a much smaller dwarf, maybe Androdite could be a steed, but Brildish.
We should take one of those dolls that looks like Arena.
Nope.
Actually, Pony would be very, very disturbed at that.
Can anything be a seed, or does it have to be a horse? Nope, we're not doing that rabbit hole. Let's get there at least one turn before I derail us.
I do have that doll still from our first time in Barovia. Anyway, you can listen to the first season of the Dog and Pony Show if you have not done that. Just plug our past work. Anyway. So what I'm going to do first is, because I have had a brain blip. Hey, Tony.
Hi.
These are pews, right? Like I can see over them.
I think you can't. They're little. So the area you're looking into is a set of barracks, and it's basically like a series of little cubicles, right? So there are little. Yeah, I was going to call them cubbies. I think cubbies has a connotation of scale that's not quite right. So you're looking down basically a hallway, and off of the hallway on each side, there's 5 on each side, little cubicles that are their little, bunk area. So they have a wall, but not a door, creating privacy. It's, it's like an American bathroom. So yeah.
Thank you, because, all right. Thank you for accommodating my brain blip.
Yep.
So can I hear the skeletons moving around in there then?
Yes, you're aware that there are skeletons all around. I would say if you're looking for a skeleton that's, very light of sighty, the skeleton at the end of the hallway is, he's shambled to his feet and looks unfriendly.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Androdite stay where she is and keep an eye on our creepy clockwork friend. And I am... Do I remember if magical weapons work better on these types of creatures, or am I okay with my longbow?
I will tell you, skeletons are not. These are a low level thing. They're not.
Okay.
Don't worry about them.
Okay.
So
that was
smash them up.
That was player versus character knowledge.
Yeah.
The classic D&D.
These are about as close as you get to minions in 5th edition. So
okay. So yeah, I think Imra would probably just kind of step past. Gosh, Micah, what's your name? I completely forgot.
Elevor.
A lot going on in my life right now. With her, and kind of pulling out her bow and an arrow as she does that, because hearing things going on is always suspicious, and I feel like I'm always kind of on alert. So I'm going to do that and probably clock the skeleton at the end of this barracks hallway. And so I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm just going to fire 2 arrows at it. First was a 27 to hit.
That definitely hits a skeleton. You know what, Aline? Why don't you roll damage on that first arrow just in case you want to shoot that second arrow at a different skeleton?
Okay. That was 5.
All right, tell me about that second arrow.
Okay. Second, do I have line of sight? Where is my ruler?
So that the skeleton is still standing with 5 damage. Is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. So the second 13.
13 hits. 13 hits.
Oh, thank you, minions. Okay, that's 11. So
that skeleton
take care of it?
Drops to the ground.
Okay. All right. So that is my 2 attacks. I don't feel like I need to use any of my spell slots to like ensnare or hunter's mark or anything. These doodads. So I think I'm just gonna end my turn here.
Okay. All right. Next up in the initiative order, Crucible, the bone pile to your right begins to stir. You are standing next to just a huge mountain of bones, and it seems to be animating, and it basically kind of collects itself into a vaguely humanoid formation and lurches to its feet. This is a creature that was not available in the Curse of Strahd book as published, but I'm the kind of dungeon master that just goes that extra mile, and I did some research on additional undead creatures. Did I have to go to another book outside beyond the Curse of Strahd, beyond the Monster's Manual? I did, but in pursuit of that, I have brought to you a creature known as a Skeletal Juggernaut. Here is an image I found on the web of a Skeletal Juggernaut that I thought was just great, that I'm going to share with all of you. But imagine,
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Imagine, I think I got that by switching Bone Golem, just to give you a little bit to how I spend my time on the internet. But imagine basically a hulking monstrosity, kind of like a mecha, except built out of entirely out of bones. So not just a skeleton, but a kind of skeletal figure that in this case, its fist is just like a collection of skulls and rib cages that it is going to attempt to destroy Crucible with. Also, there's a second one up on the north side of the room.
Sure. Why not?
So let's see here. Let's see, you could either do claws or avalanche of bones.
Well, gee, I wonder what Tony will pick.
Yeah. So basically, as soon as the kind of skeletal juggernaut has collected itself up into this huge, hulking, large animated pile of bones, it basically attempts to avalanche onto you, just raining bones down on you. It says that each creature within 10 feet of the juggernaut, which I believe would include Lena, must make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dexterity, not my strong suit.
I think Lena will be fine.
I rolled a 2, so that's an 11.
All right, good news for me. Both of you take 48 or 18.
I didn't get to roll yet. I rolled a 14 on the dot. So you know what, Tony?
So ha.
But you have any dodge, right?
What?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, this might be a double ha. That's a ha.
Well, it means less damage.
That dodge, it's uncanny.
What's happening here, Tony?
So it would be, if you got hit by the avalanche of bones, it would be 18 bludgeoning damage. If you succeeded, it would be half, so 9. And if you failed, which possibly Lena did, you would be knocked prone.
I'm prone.
All right. Tony,
point of order, what happens to the dragon skull?
I think if two people are holding a large armchair-sized dragon skull and one of them is knocked prone, you are not holding a large dragon skull. The large dragon skull hits the ground with a probably kind of nauseating crunching noise, though it seems to be intact. It's not like it's made out of
maybe part
porcelain.
of it landed on Lena.
Yeah.
Did you break the skull's fall, please?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Heroically and on purpose.
Here. I forgot to write down the speed. Sorry, I have to go to a different book. I took down notes of the stats, but forgot the speed. The question is, can the other skeletal juggernaut get to you? Speed 30 feet.
Oh.
Higher
than I thought.
So let's see. So
that's a pretty fast construct.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I think it's just going to take a second move to get up to you, but it does not have any move left to attack. So, Crucible and Lena, there are two skeletal juggernauts flanking you that seem intent on punishing you for removing a dragon skull from the premises. Shoplifters will be prosecuted to the full extent of the skeletal
in a museum.
I have a question about that door. Is that an actual closable door, or is it a doorway?
This right here with Lena and Crucible, those are closable door. Yeah.
And then further question:
hinges, the whole deal.
It's currently open.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I don't think you closed it behind you.
No, we would not allow that.
Yeah. Bye, friends. See you later. They say, walking, as just skipping arm in arm into the Hall of Bones.
We're going to go take selfies. We'll be back.
Elevor.
All right, Tony, would you say they're like, different, it's like centipedes, some spiders?
Why would you ask me these questions?
Some other bugs down and around here?
Yeah, there's, I mean, I think, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, Elevor sort of looks around, sees a few spiders, counts out 3 of them, mumbles a spell, and you hear this loud cracking sound as the spiders, 3 of the spiders fall to the ground, and then their carapace, it's almost like they keep shedding over and over again as their carapace cracks, and they sort of grow out of it until 3 giant spiders emerge from the shells that they once were. And 3 giant spiders appear in this hallway where the different skeletons are.
Okay. Is this something you've always been able to do?
This is a thing that I have always been able to do, but I did not pay attention to it because it was a higher level spell. And I know that after this, we're hopefully going to go get some sleep. So I'm casting it. It's called Giant Insect. And I could turn 6 centipedes into giant centipedes, 3 spiders into giant spiders, or 1 wasp into a giant wasp.
I had placed 3.
Spiders aren't insects?
Yeah, I am a little annoyed about that, but
okay,
I will question the magic.
That news has not reached D&D scientists.
What level spell is pedantry?
Yeah, it's a level 0.
That's a freaking cantrip.
Yeah, free action.
It's a wizard class feature.
It's definitely a wizard.
Wizard! I have placed 3 spider tokens on the map, and I believe I've given you control of them, Elevor. I'm having flashbacks to when I had to make like 9 wolves for you. Okay, so you've done that. What I don't know what happens now. Do I have to add the spiders to the initiative order? What's
it says that they go. It says, let me see. Oh crud, where did that go?
I brought a skeleton army, and then this guy just shows up and builds a spider army to fight them.
Yeah, in combat they act on your turn each round.
Okay.
So
do they go now?
That's my one question. So it was an action. I think it's an action to summon them, so I don't think I'm able to make them now do a thing if they're supposed to go on my turn, right?
I think they can
Unless
go.
they have their own, like...
Yeah, do they have their own action?
It just says...
act on your action?
It says they act on your turn each round.
They act on your turn. It's your turn now.
The question is, are you controlling them like a marionette, or are you just...
I just say, that is... It actually does specify that I just tell them to do a thing, and then they go and do it, so...
Yeah.
Is it an action for you to tell them?
It doesn't say that it is. It says each creature obeys your verbal command, and in combat, they act on your turn each round.
Okay, so then I feel like they arrive. As long as we don't have summoning sickness in Dungeons and Dragons, this isn't Magic the Gathering, then you should be able to just, as a free action, say, go kill the skeletons.
Go forth.
I am in agreement.
All right. Then what they'll do is the first spider, Tony A, will go up and attack this skeleton that's above it.
Nice. That one's Canadian.
And Tony A. And let's see. Whoa, we've got a lot we can do here. I think it's just going to go for a nice bite attack. So let me do.
There's not a lot of meat on these bones.
I mean, giant spiders probably have very strong jaws, so they can just like crack those.
They have a +5 to hit. So 18. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to need you to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
I will tell you, the skeletons are immune to poison.
Oh, okay. Then
because they got no freaking veins.
Okay, so that means that they're immune to the paralysis as well.
Yes.
All right. Then let's roll damage. That is.
But they still don't like being bitten by a spider.
And before my next turn, I will add these into my little encounter thing, so these rolls will go faster. 10 damage to that skeleton there.
All right. That skeleton is severely wounded.
Skeleton. Oh, sorry.
No, continue.
Tony B is going to try a ranged attack because it can. And so it's also going to do D20 +5 to hit. I imagine a 22 hits. Yes.
Yes.
And if this happens, the target is restrained by webbing. And for your action, you can make a DC 12 strength check to burst free of the webbing.
Okay.
So for now, you are stuck.
I put a little net token on him.
Excellent. And then Tony C is just going to attack the skeleton above it, and we'll do a bite attack. I don't think a 7 hits, does it?
Nope.
All right. That one's going to climb up on the wall next to. So it's like in here. Oh, yeah. I forgot I can hold down Alt and then move. There we go. Now it's on the wall.
All right.
All right. That's my turn and my Tony Spider's turns.
Groldish.
Skeletons, something to hit with my axe. I think she's just gonna immediately rush towards
nearest skeleton.
Yep. The nearest skeleton that's not already being, harried by a giant spider that just appeared and grew disgustingly.
A friendly giant spider.
So that is 12 + 8. So 20. Does 20 hit?
Yes. Please roll damage.
And it is non-magical 9 slashing damage.
All right. That skeleton is very sad.
Second attack. Crit.
That skeleton is probably dead.
So that is 10 points. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of slashing.
All right. You basically wall up it with your axe, and it's just like there's just a sound of Lego sets crashing to the ground. It's the skull.
Oh, no,
the skeletons break into a zillion pieces.
A Lego golem. That's the worst.
You can put them back together. It's cool. It just means you get to build the set again.
I really wanted to shove him to the ground, but he's no
but instead you murdered him.
Yep.
He's already dead.
1, 2. I have more movement. 3, 4, and I'm just going to get in the face of the skeleton here.
All right.
Inhale his name.
Inhale his name. Well, the skeletons are next. And I was kind of hoping you were going to kill more of them because I've got a lot of skeletons to manage now. So some of the skeletons are going to make melee attacks. Some of the skeletons are going to do ranged attacks. Let me see. I've got 6, 7, 8, 9 skeletons remaining. Let's see here. That's too many skeletons, but I got all my dice here. First up, this badly injured skeleton is going to attack Tony A, the spider. Micah, I have rolled a 10 to hit. I assume that doesn't hit a spider.
That does not.
This skeleton is going to attempt to break out of the webbing that he has been placed in. I rolled an 18. I'm going to assume that gets out of webbing.
Yeah, DC 12 strength check. Yeah.
But he burned a turn doing this. This skeleton here will attack Tony C, the spider. I have rolled a 10. That's probably still doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
These 4 skeletons are going to hang back, and they are going to do short bow attacks. Who do they want to hurt? I think they're going to aim for 2 of them are aim for I guess you've got your front line here is is Pony and Samus. Hey, you parked him there. Yep. So 2 bow attacks on Pony. I have rolled a 22 and I rolled a D12. I'm not counting that one. And a 9.
Only one hits.
All right. Pony takes 5 piercing damage as an ancient withered arrow plucks him in the hide.
He does not like that.
Does not like that. Samus, the Saber-Tooth Tiger. I got a 19 coming Samus's way and a 13.
Those both hit.
Oh, that's 10 damage total, 5 each. Broldish, 2 skeletons are swinging ancient long swords at you. Ooh, I rolled a critical and a 21.
Both hit.
All right. Non-critical does 5 damage. The critical does 9 damage as they both get you with their rusty ancient swords.
Total
I think
14, you said?
Yeah, I think that was all of my non-Juggernaut skeletons. Crucible, you are next to a Skeletal Juggernaut and a Dragon Skull. And Lena.
I kind of wish those range guys had gotten a little bit closer. So the question is, I can move and try to do something, but I don't want to necessarily guarantee leaving Lena alone.
And Dan, you know there's a wall there, right? The corner.
There's a wall where?
Like
here? Yeah, but
okay.
Yep, I understand that.
Okay.
I can disengage and get.
That's right. You can get away. All right, and if this works, then it may. Well, let's see. This is going to require
some sort of feat that, like,
wow, there's no way. Yeah. Tony, I'm going to try to move. So I guess the Juggernaut gets a attack of opportunity on me.
All right. He does not get to do his avalanche of bones when you do that, but he swipes at you. One of his hand, he's got one hand that's basically kind of like a wrecking ball of skulls and rib cages, and then the other hand that's basically a bunch of like claws, because each one is like a sharpened femur. So he's going to swipe at you with a claw attack. I have rolled a 25 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that was he did real good.
That actually will hit.
12 slashing damage.
Ow. Well, that didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. I could use some healing. All right, but I've moved away.
I've noticed that more people aren't thanking me for doing the additional research to include Skeletal Juggernauts in this.
All right. Crucible will stride away from the Juggernaut, pass through Pony Cindelarnt, and raise his hand. The rune on his forehead starts to glow with a holy light, and let's turn some undead, shall we?
Yeah.
You thought this might happen.
Bye, undead.
All right.
Well,
so
we'll see. The last time
we'll
there
see.
was
Yeah,
a
it didn't
turn
work
undead,
great.
it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Now, do they need to be able to see you, or is it just anyone
they
within?
can hear me. Anyone within 30 feet that can
they all
see
can hear
or
you.
hear me. Yeah, that's
what
I
assume you're projecting.
I was kind of counting on that.
Talk to your therapist about projecting.
Or
wisdom
your vocal
saving
coach.
throws, please.
Yeah. All right. I need to do 9 wisdom saving throws for my 9 remaining skeletons.
I believe the skeletal juggernauts can also hear me, correct?
Yeah, let me do the little skulls first.
Little scales.
They have a -1 to their wisdom. I'm rolling this in roll 20, Dan. So there's 9 rolls. What did I need to beat?
You need to beat a 16, which I think only one of them did. With a -1, right?
Beat a 16 or get up a 16.
I guess get a 16. So 2.
All right, so I get 2. What happens to the other ones?
Quick question: what challenge rating are they?
1/4.
1/4, you say?
Yes.
I believe that I currently. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. I am Ninth level. Any challenge rating 1 or layer is instantly incinerated.
All right.
Nice.
So all but 2 are instantly incinerated.
Holy moly.
Amateur podcasting of me to clap directly into the microphone, but I was so excited.
Oh, that's great. It's
Yeah,
worth
no,
it.
that's-
Apologies, listeners.
I have somewhat
I'm glad that
arbitrarily chosen to just leave the 2. Did something horrible happen to the 2 that succeeded?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Lonely.
actually, sorry, I take that back.
Don't
No,
they
actually,
run
you're right.
away?
I think no, they still have to fail. It's just the challenge rating determines whether or not they die.
All right.
Gotcha.
The Skeletal Juggernauts are also up here. They also have a -1 to their wisdom. So this will be the one on the left. Fails. And this will be the one on the right. 18 -1 is 17. So,
So
1 fails, 1 succeeds. These are not challenge rating 1.
Yep. Okay. So that one, the one that is turned, must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can. Can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. Can't take reactions. For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, it can use the dodge action. This lasts for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So that guy is basically on his turn going to book it to the other side of the room just to get as far away as possible.
I put a little thing on him that indicates that he is sad.
So we
happens
can
on
deal with
his
one at a
turn?
time, which is nice.
Does that happen in his turn or immediately on your turn?
His
Dan?
turn.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Crucible. Big turn. Argal, your neighborhood assassin, is next.
So does this mean that we want to attack the one on the left or the one on the right?
No, attack because as soon as you attack the one on the left, he will no longer be.
Okay,
turned.
let's attack the one on the right. So we are going to have Argal scoot up. Argal can move 5. And this door is open, yes?
Correct.
Quick question. Argal can do a decent amount of damage. Do we prefer for Argal to attack the bad bone boys or to keep an eye on the creepy puppet dude?
Oh,
Jane, how much of his damage is poison related?
I mean, he still gets sneak attack.
Okay. Yep. I remembered that some of it was, I felt like in the previous versions.
He does have poison damage, which is
I just didn't know how effective that would be.
Vasilka's pretty strong, right?
Vasilka was also paying attention to the creepy little guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll work.
Yep.
Yeah, and Android's also keeping an eye
Mm-hmm.
for. And keep in mind, he's also like pinned to the wall with an arrow.
That's right.
So,
That's true.
he's gonna have to struggle a little bit to get away. So Androdite can alert us.
Nice.
I forgot he was pinned to the wall by an arrow.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's see. So not within. So we're. So he won't get sneak attack because we're not attacking that one. He can't move any closer. So this is not especially optimal, but what can you do? We're being eaten by bone golems. So with this crossbow, it is a 15.
That'll
to
hit.
Okay.
The bone golems present a very wide target because they're a hulking bone monstrosity.
Okay, so without sneak attack, that is going to be only 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And the target must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. I'm assuming that they are immune to poison.
They're immune to poison.
Okay. Yep. Then I think Argal. Yeah. Okay. NPC rogues do not get. Okay. Yep.
All right, Lena, your turn is next.
Lena should not tank the bone golem,
And yet,
but
I mean,
Yeah.
that one's gonna run away.
right. Okay, so Lena unsheaths her holy sword. Brings it down with a 19 upon one of the many heads.
Yep.
Of this wretched thing.
There's like one central glowy head, but there's a variety of skulls all throughout its kind of torso. So you got your choice of faces. It's just one.
Oh,
well, there's one thinking face.
I used half my move to disengage.
You don't need to disengage. It can't take reactions.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, then I used half my move to stand up, moved over by 1, then used my feature to make an insight check of 20. It is contested by the target's deception check. So this is
I'm not a pile of bones.
This is me getting my rogue heads up display to calculate all of the different bone angles, and then can the skeleton monster effectively hide them.
I rolled a critical on my deception hit check,
Damn.
Which I feel like is a waste of a critical.
No, it means I can't do sneak attack with radiant damage, okay. So it's a very good use of it.
Yeah, you're just like, it's just like your heads up display is bones? Question mark?
It's just like all the bones. Okay, so then that's just gonna be 11 whole radiant damage.
All right, 11 radiant damage.
Yeah.
All right, Vasilka. Damn, that's you.
Me. All right. So we've got. Do we need Vasilka to continue to watch Creepy Clockwork?
Probably.
I feel like if you went and tattled on us, it would be extremely bad vis-a-vis getting his dragon skull out.
Vasilka will cross her arms and level a very steady glare on the clockwork creature. And just maybe give one of these to like and I don't know that there's much else for her to do.
I mean,
this turn.
she could ready to grab him if he tries to dart past.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you get an opportunity attack anyways, I assume. But yeah. If he moves to do anything that looks like escaping, she will punch him.
Yeah.
All right.
Possibly twice.
Is it Piddlewick's turn?
I guess it is.
None of us want to say yes, but yes.
All right, it is Piddlewick the second's turn, the small evil construct that lives in Strahd's attic. He is pinned to the wall by an arrow. He's going to attempt to struggle against that. He gets free. He is not going to move to escape because there's a flesh golem in the way. So he raises his horrible little wretched hand up and he points at Vasilka and his finger launches in her direction. This is a dart attack on Vasilka.
That's rude.
19.
So that will hit. Talk to me about what kind of damage is this?
Oh,
6.
hang on.
Oh.
Wait.
Does this include does the AC that you have include her armor?
Mm.
Oh, that's right. We did make her armor, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember what kind of armor it is.
Chainmail.
You've listened. Chainmail? That would
or like more like a chain shirt. It was anything up to 100 gold pieces worth, and I assume that's regular in the world gold pieces, not necessarily specifically
Strahd gold
Barovian.
pieces.
Yeah.
I think it might have been, if it's a chain shirt, that's a 13 plus dex modifier, which is -1. So you're still gonna hit.
Okay.
But
Worth
is it a magical attack?
It is not.
It does. She's immune to non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. So unless this dart is made of adamantine,
That'd be wild.
A horrible little dart like sticks in her, and she has no effect.
she just kind of pulls it out and like looks at it, and then like
Well,
throws it around.
Piddlewick doesn't have a face that he can express anything with, but he looks sullen.
Probably for the best.
Samus the Saber-Tooth Tiger.
Yes. I think
Suddenly very crowded with all these spiders and no skeletons.
I guess Samus will try to just get rid of this, even though this skeletons are kind of second fiddle to the bones. We'll just try to get rid of what's left. So rushes forward and does a bite attack. Does a 15 hit, I believe it does.
It does.
And because of the tiger moving so far forward, the target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
It might also be torn asunder by a Saber-Tooth Tiger.
8 damage.
It is badly hurt, and I guess knocked prone because I just rolled a very low number.
Since it's been knocked prone, Samus gets to take another bite. And so let's see.
Crunch.
Let's do this one. 19 definitely hits, and 15 damage is
15 damage. Yeah, I imagine that Samus just kind of disappears into like a cloud of dust and then leaps out of it with like a skeleton leg kind of dangling from her arm.
Nice. That's all Samus is going to do for now.
All right. Imra, we're back around to the top.
Well,
Imra's tops.
This room is crowded, and I'm not sure what's going in the bone hall, but I'm hearing a lot of noise, and I think I know Lena's in there alone, so I think I'm gonna run through the door there. 15,
there are 2 bone skeletal juggernauts waiting you in the bone room. One of them looks as if it is about to retreat. The one on the right looks aggressive.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna run like all the way in, see that Lena is next to one of them and not the other. So I'm gonna go next to the one that Lena is immediately adjacent to, and I'm gonna attack it with battle axe or longsword. I feel like I've got to use the battle axe in the spirit of Bruldish not using the magical battle axe. I feel like Imra's got to do it. Like, I kind of stole it from her, not really, but kind of. So I've got to do it. So, that was the wrong thing to roll. Almost critted. That's a 25.
That definitely hits.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll my second attack right now. That's a 19 versus AC.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
So first is 3 damage. Oh! But first, I want to Hunter's Mark. I have decided.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I cast Hunter's Mark 3 times. Okay, Hunter's Mark. Sorry, I'm very discombobulated. I know, but okay. So my first hit was 3 damage. Second hit was 11 damage.
14 total.
And the Hunter's Mark brings us to 2 damage. That is magical damage. It's a battle axe plus 1, if that matters.
And battle axes do piercing damage or slashing damage?
Slashing.
Okay.
Androdite is still keeping an eye on creepy clockwork guy. Not being too aggressive. Saw what happened with Basilica. But is ready to back Basilica up if needs be.
Yeah, I'm betting a Mastiff can go a little bit faster than a small, short-legged clockwork person.
Yeah.
All right. So my skeletal juggernauts are next. Well, first off, this one has been turned Crucible, correct? So it needs to spend its whole turn going as far away as possible. I believe that would provoke from Aragal, but there's the tactical question of as soon as you attack it, it would
let it go.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
We let it sit in the corner for a minute, and then we can hopefully kill everything else first.
Think about what it's done.
The skeletal juggernaut stomps across the room, little bits of skull kind of rattling out of it, and just kind of like curls up in the corner looking kind of sad. The other skeletal juggernaut is like, what is going on? And looks around, has its choice of Lena or Imra. Imra, I think you are going to suffer from you attacked it most recently, therefore it will attack you situation. It's going to roll 2 claw attacks on Imra. So no, Imra, because Imra just hit it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Imra, I have rolled a 15 to hit and a 24 to hit.
They both hit.
You are going to take each attack as 12 slashing damage. That's 24 slashing damage total, as those horrible bone claws like slice through your arms and legs.
Didn't love that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you doing after 24 slashing damage?
Oh,
Still have 39 hit points.
Okay.
So I'm okay.
You can do this all day. All right.
No.
half
Wouldn't
day.
say that.
All right, I think we're moving faster now. Elevor, you're in the hallway. There's I would say, disconcerting lack of skeletons around.
Indeed, but Elevor is concentrating very hard
On spiders?
On spiders. Spiders.
Yeah, there's still a skeleton right here for him.
Yeah, and so Elevor is going to continue to concentrate on spiders. Although he does, can a character that is ready, or excuse me, can a character that is concentrating, I just gave it away, ready in action for a future turn?
An action.
Yeah.
As long as you're not casting another spell
That requires concentration.
Yeah. You can hit things, you can use cantrips.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
right.
you can multitask, you just can't concentrate on more than one thing.
Yeah.
Um
So tell those spiders where to go and what to chomp.
Ooh, if that doesn't cost anything.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean you
yeah, okay, I'm going to do a couple of
casting
things
spell.
then. So Elevor is going to actually, with his speed. Yes, I thought so. Okay, so let me see if I've got the movement there. Oh, I've definitely got the movement. Elevor is going to rush forward and down, and is going to.
Hey, buddy.
hello is going to. He says hello, and he goes hello. Because suddenly his fangs grow from his teeth, and he primally savages the skeleton in front of him. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
All right. And that is 7 damage.
Skeleton looks very sad.
All right. Tony A has plenty of movement. I checked earlier to get here, and turns its booty, can we say that? Booty, towards Tiddlywink, and is going to do a nice web on old pal over there.
I love this.
So let's see. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit Tiddlewick the second.
That's okay. We'll have Tony B try again. From here, and I've got like 60 feet of range for the spinnerets.
I liked it better when I had a dozen skeletons as you had 0 spiders.
That was actually worse. So those spiders are really annoyed. And the third spider, you know what? I think the third spider's, Elevor is very aware that they're going to take care of that skeleton. So the third spider is also going to run that way and try to spinneret Tiddlybop. And that was almost a nat 20, but that's okay because I got a 19. I imagine that does hit. Yes. So yes, on his next action, or its next action, it can try to break free from the webs. So
all right, you're really making it hard for Tiddlewick the second to get anywhere.
Indeed. And that
technically a creature that has only fired 1 dart at the golem, which, as far as we know, may have been how it invites you to play darts. We don't know.
Well,
we
like throwing down the gauntlet.
Know. Yeah. Dan, you and I are throwing darts at each other all the time.
Ow! Please stop.
Oh, well, guess what? Now you get to get a tetanus shot. Everything's great.
That's it for Elevor and his spiders.
All right,
roll dish. See that band. All right. Well, there's still a skeleton in front, so this is definitely
a very badly injured, very, You almost feel bad for it, Erica.
Erica might. Brildish does not. So that is a 19 to hit, and damage will be 10 slashing damage.
All right. It is chopped in half as you dispatch it handily.
Okay. Now, I forgot last turn that Pony goes on my turn, as we have had. So Pony, who has a lot more movement than Brildish, is going to basically gallop over to where Brildish is. Brildish will hop up onto Pony. I don't know, like, if that is movement or what. I don't know.
It might be 5 feet of movement. I don't know.
10, 15, 20, 20. And take her directly into the fray next to the big bone golem thing, in between her pals Lena and Imra. And Brildish does have one attack left, so that is a 13.
13's the number you need. So all right, you hit.
Yay for
20 somethings always hit here on Total Party Kill.
10 slashing damage.
Slashing damage. You chop off more rib cages scattered to the ground as the skeletal juggernaut has been starting to take some hits.
Does it look like it could be knocked over potentially, or does that?
I think so.
Like okay, then as a shield master, Brildish is just going to give a shot, off the top of this pony's back to do the shove action. So it's as a bonus action, it's a special attack. So I'm going to roll a strength or an athletics check. It can contest it with athletics or acrobatics, whichever it prefers. So let's see, a 20 on the die plus 8. Oh. That's a 28.
I rolled a 2 plus something. But...
All right, that's all right. Brildish is delighted to have, from the top of the pony, just taken her, she just swung down with the axe, and then other arm shield, like basically just over the top of kind of her head, and just thwap, like shield bashing down onto the pile of bones. And
one leg kind of goes out from under it, and it kind of hits the ground, and it's like it's kind of lost some of its kind of structural integrity here, but it's like the bones are kind of hopping back together, and it still bears you ill will, but it is prone, which means it grants advantage to melee attacks and is sad.
So Brildish just yelled "Hey-la!" and that's the end of my turn.
Skeletons would be next, but they have all been murdered. Crucible.
Can you murder a skeleton?
Yeah, you just it takes two murders.
How's this? How do we think the Juggernaut's doing? We have no indication it's bloodied so far, right?
We have no indication that it's bloodied so far.
Bonied.
Okay. Crucible, having dispatched most of those skeletons, will turn around and stride back towards the room, weave in over here. As they walk, they are murmuring to themselves, and then you see a like radiant light flash out of them, creating almost an aura around them. This is a level 4 Spirit Guardians.
Oh,
Tony, you know Spirit Guardians. You love Spirit Guardians.
I know Spirit Guardians.
So this is an aura that is 15 feet around me for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes. They are spectral forms that sort of flit in and out that appear to be almost angelic. When I cast this, I can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. All of our allies.
even the spiders?
Just in case.
Even the spiders for the moment, yep. Basilica, Aragol, all those people, Samus, etc. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. So this will come into effect on its next turn.
Sweet.
All right. All set, Crucible?
That, I think, is it. Yes.
Aragol.
Aragol sees a nice little spot to sneak in among the adventurers and is going to take a swing with his short sword. That's a 14 to hit?
14 hits.
Okay.
Big target.
This is true. Okay, so that is going to be 19 damage.
Is all of that piercing or slashing? It's not poison.
Piercing damage.
All right.
And then would make a throw, not going to bother. Ben is going to make his second short sword attack. That's only an 8.
That does not hit.
Okay, fair enough. And then he's going to stay there.
And now it's your Lena's turn.
Okay. So with her glowing sun sword, she holds it aloft. That is a 23 to hit. That is 12 radiant damage, followed by...
Remember, you have advantage on it, so if you roll again and crit, just saying.
Yeah, that's true. 17 radiant damage. Although you can only do sneak attack once in your turn.
That's true.
The skeletal juggernaut is looking kind of shambly and discombobulated.
Dusty.
There's still a lot of bones at your feet, Lena, but a ever decreasing number of them seem to be part of the skeletal juggernaut as a collective.
And with her other magic sword, that's a 27 to hit.
Yep.
And 11 damage.
Wow, that was a lot of damage from Lena.
It's
Lena.
I like
having your rogues stacked is very efficient.
Yes.
Your
Always
DPS.
stack your rogues.
All right, Vasilka is back around the corner in a hallway that's mainly full of dog spiders and evil puppets.
And
a
webbed evil puppet.
Can you just like flick his forehead?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, give him a little flick on the. What do I have to roll for a flick, Tony?
I mean, he's got an armor class. I think it applies to all attacks.
Were you seriously thinking of a flick?
Attack?
A little bit.
We gotta quit doing this, Stan.
We gotta stop. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I rolled a 20.
A 20 to flick?
Critical flick?
All right, roll damage.
Is that all I have is a slam?
I mean,
slam flick.
If you want to roll slam, you can.
I'm worried I might break him.
I will let you roll whatever die you want.
Yeah, like
if we come back from this fight and Vasilka has killed Piddlewick,
like there's just like clockwork pieces going everywhere, like springs. Boing.
I love that.
Dan, we want this for you. Dan, what does a slam attack normally do?
I mean, 13 damage.
It would be what? It would be a it's a 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you roll if you want to roll 2 of a smaller die than a d8. You're welcome to. You're also welcome to slam Piddlewick.
Or...
I'm gonna let's consider this an unarmed.
You can pull your
unarmed
this
attack.
can be an
unarmed strike makes sense. Yeah.
Unarmed strike.
Yeah. Unarmed strike.
Which is I always forget unarmed strike.
Or an improvised weapon with
improvised
the dart.
weapon. Finger.
No, use the dart that he shot at her.
Like a pebble.
Probably still stuck in like her abdomen.
Yeah.
I just read in the rules not too long ago that you can tell the DM that you want to not kill
non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
true.
that is
But
you don't
absolutely
have
thing you
to
can do.
roll exactly.
No.
Is it limited by type like it was in 4E? Like in 4E, you couldn't do non-lethal like fireball.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. It doesn't make any sense to me that you can say, yes, I'm not going to kill this person with an arrow. I think
it's just
you
melee.
Call the shot,
and,
And
maybe even just bludgeoning? I don't know.
I will let Vasilka do whatever level of punch to Piddlewick that you want.
I was looking up the unarmed attack rules because I never remember how much damage it does.
Always fun.
1 plus your strength modifier. Okay, so the least amount of damage I can do is 5.
There you go.
Do you want to do 5?
I will do 5 damage.
Piddlewick is bloody.
Yes.
So Vasilka flicks Piddlewick in the head, and it leaves a dent, and several springs shoot out.
I was hoping for a dent.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
And then looks at him again. And is like doing one of these. I'm watching you.
Piddlewick plays dead on its turn. Samus.
Samus is going to just try to rush forward to get to where all of Samus's friends are.
There's a diminishing number of spots that are adjacent to a skeletal golem. So.
This is true.
But there's another one coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So can I get here as far as like, are you okay with me having her slink by these two that are by the door?
Yeah. By
Okay,
your
cool.
friends? Yeah.
Cool. Then that's where she is, and she's just gonna hang out and
All right.
Wait.
As you are kind of all crowding around the bone golem, hoping the skeletal juggernaut, hoping to dispatch it quickly, the other skeletal juggernaut cowers in the corner, afraid for its second life, on life, whatever. I don't know their terminology. When the doors at the far end of the Hall of Bones swing open, a voice calls out, "What is the meaning of this commotion?" And the familiar, at least recognizable sight of Rahadin, Chamberlain of Castle Ravenloft, strides into the room. The dusk elf that lives in service to Strahd seems annoyed, but as he enters the room, he sees you. He sees the dragon skull upon the floor, and a smile forms across his face.
The entire party points at the golems and says, "They started it."
Will our adventurers be able to deal with Rahadin? Will they escape with their lives and this skeletal dragon skull intact? What will befall Piddlewick, the most obnoxious NPC that's really only been with us for a little while, but what an impact he makes? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill, the Dog and Pony Show, Curse of Strahd, Ravenloft, Little Barovia. Except it's Big Barovia. The end.
I'm excited to fight Elrond, who makes you hear screaming.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yes. Oh, you guys
when I look at
all remember that he has a horrible.
Yep.
He has a horrible aura that makes you hear screaming when you. I forgot who got close enough.
I think it was Elevor. The hair on the back of Elevor's neck is standing up for sure.
Seems like an Elevor move.
Yeah, he probably has to dance with him or something.
Very exciting for the bootleg because my connection froze just as Tony said, "For answers to questions such as these," and it froze. So there'll be some dead air there for about 10 seconds while the internet connection caught up. Enjoy that, bootleg.
Sorry, bootleg. You didn't miss anything.
Yes, relish the silence that is
everybody froze except for me. So
relish the silence that is briefly not filled with our prattling.
Yes,
you're welcome.
If you subscribe, you can hear us not talk sometimes.
Technically available.
We offer.
There's a bonus tier for a reprieve.
Brief reprieve.
Yeah, it's the same podcast, but Erica puts in thinking time in between things. So.
Literally my job to take that out.
I know. And then put it back in. Well, good job with many skeletons. I mean, that was 2 rounds of combat. They are long rounds. We have many
somebody
players
went and
on the
dug
board.
up some bone creatures. So yes,
Somebody
they
dug
are
up
long
some
rounds.
Somebody made some work for
Creepy ass
themselves.
spiders.
Oh, that
fellow dungeon masters, if you need the stat block for the Skeletal Juggernauts, they're available in Ghosts of Saltmarsh. There's an adventure where the players, everything in Ghosts of Saltmarsh is you go to some kind of island and it's bad. One of the islands is full of pirate skeletons, and including Skeletal Juggernauts. So yeah,
and Tony, nobody asked for this rude elf to show up. So
Yeah,
also true.
it's true.
sometimes a rude elf shows up uninvited, and that's part of what makes them rude.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
And I hate when they won't leave after a party, and you're like, I want to go to bed. Let me put on my pajamas.
Oh,
and
just
they're
another
like eating
glass of wine.
Your taste in music is questionable. Elves.
The spiders were okay until the growth was described, and then I was out.
It was graphic.
It was very graphic, wasn't it?
But the spiders are still around, right? So they can help us in theoretical elf combat.
60 rounds.
Now,
Wait,
God.
60 rounds, yeah.
60 rounds?
10 minutes.
60 rounds. Yeah,
60 rounds.
I will ask you just this one question, which we may or may not remember next time. I'm not sure of your plan vis-a-vis taking this skull. You want to get out. Do you know the way out? You know the way down? Okay.
Yeah, we know the way out.
Do you know an efficient way out?
Yes.
Okay.
We know exactly where the front door is.
Do we know where we're going? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. We're like
it does
one
require
floor
going
up
through
Golem territory or gargoyle territory.
Gargoyles.
Yeah, technically, we know one very direct route with gargoyles, which is just up and like through gargoyles, and then various like.
Not gonna lie, every time you say gargoyles, just picturing the TV show and thinking, "Oh, doesn't sound so bad."
We know, Dan. We know you.
I love those guys.
They wouldn't hurt us.
They're very friendly. Well, except for the ones who are
mainly the shortness of the route seems most significant if Rahadin is pursuing you. And one or more skeletal juggernauts. But sounds like you've got a plan. You don't need me.
They'll just let us go.
We
we'll just be we were leaving
on Pony Cindelarn's back, slap him on the hindquarters, not like to make him run because he's he has his own mind, but just as like a sign of affection, and just send him bursting out the front door of the castle.
We might need a little bit of harassment training. It's fine.
Yeah.
Samus will guard.
Pony Cindelar will tell your story about how you all died in a basement fighting an elf, a rude elf.
Rude elf.
He met this one tiefling monk, and the two of them set off on an adventure together.
Too soon.
The elf looks dressed really well, though. Like somebody can take that garb. That's some good looking garb.
I will say everything about him makes it. I mean, I think there may be lingering screams when you steal his sweater.
Lena's from Barovia. Do you think she ever closes her eyes and doesn't hear lingering screams?
Yeah.
You have the haunted background, right?
Yeah, her background is the haunted one.
Not just haunted, the haunted one.
Yeah.
Not
great, man.
Well,
I hope it gives her saving throws bonuses on whatever deal he has going on.
Whatever his deal is.
This is what my day is already like.
Yeah, I've heard this album. I
used to live in Little Barovia where that one lady screamed.
We just call that street noise.
Yeah, you never found out. You did. You met that one lady's daughter.
Mary.
Yeah, you met her daughter.
We did.
Mom does a lot of screaming.
Dad works far away for some reason.
And we've done so many side quests in this game. We did do that one. But we've done
I think there's only one that you rejected, and you were like, "No, we're not dealing with that." I think that's the only side quest that you.
Screaming lady.
I guess there's that, and then there was werewolves. You were like, "No, we are not messing with werewolves."
What you guys? Tony made exactly these same complaints a year ago.
Oh, thanks, Erica. I'd like to know that I'm consistent.
Yep.
Those are complaints.
And we are going to find that third varietal of grape.
We
are going to receive.
I will mention there was one other thing you were looking for in this basement area. But maybe that's for another.
We're coming back for
the wine cap.
Yeah. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
And Piddlewick's, the original Piddlewick's.
Oh yeah.
That's
right.
So
we got.
All right.
I'm stopped by
I kept the
recording.
live stream running, so I'm gonna keep turning those off.
All right.
Bye, live stream.
Live
Bye, nerds.